I have done since I was 7 years of age when I got my first motorbike, a Honda ST70, which I used to ride around my friend's garden in Danbury in Essex. I still love it. I love riding. I love riding motorbikes. And that sense of freedom is so important. And everyone says it's freedom, but it is freedom. Once you're on your bike, you're on the road, you just feel like you can go anywhere, and you can. You can just ride off into the sunset if you want to. And if you're in the city, you've got that freedom to go in and out of traffic. And that's great. So you don't feel that you're restricted in this big metal box that people drive. You can literally turn around and go where you want. And you don't have to worry about traffic. You don't have to worry about all those things. You're on a motorbike and you're free. Riding a motorbike is a sensational experience. For me, it's about the torque, that low down grunt on a bike like this, where you open the throttle and it just pulls like a train. And some of the Harleys I've had, you do that and you get that deep guttural roar of the engine if you've got the right pipes. I could do that on this, but I haven't changed them yet. But it's still, you get that feeling of acceleration and grunt. For some people, it's more about revving high in the rev band. So if you're a sports bike rider, for instance, it's all about going as fast as possible and taking the corners as fast as possible. But for me, it's not about that. It's more about being on the bike at one with it, but enjoying as much where I'm riding as what I'm riding. On a motorbike, you are more acutely aware of things, particularly temperature. I love that feeling when you ride across a river, over a bridge, and you feel that temperature drop just as you go over. And you don't get that in a car, you wouldn't notice it. And that's wonderful. And I've been cold on motorbikes. My goodness me, I've been so cold, I can't move my hands, I can't pick up a pencil. I'm that cold, and I've had to stop by the roadside and warm my hands on the cylinders. But those memories are great when you look back, not at the time, it's terrible. And I've been so wet, I've had water coming down my jacket into my seat of my pants, and I've been sitting in a pool of water, freezing cold, soaking wet. But at the time it's horrible, but afterwards you think, oh, you know, what an experience. So you get those sort of experiences on a motorbike, which you don't get on anything else. Of course, riding a motorbike on a hot summer's day is just lovely, because once you're moving, that air is just nice, it's very comfortable, and you get that breeze through your helmet and through your jacket, and that's a lovely feeling. Of course, riding a motorbike is pretty darn cool, isn't it? Especially bikes like this, the Cruisers, the Harley Davidsons, the Triumph Bonnevilles, the Royal Enfields, the BSA, those modern classic bikes are cool. And if you dress the part and look the part, it's all part of the experience, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. Riding a motorbike is more economical than driving a car, and in most situations I will choose to ride my motorbike over driving the car. It's more economical, it's better for the environment, it takes up less space, so there's a lot of pluses to having a motorbike. It's really good for your mental health to get out on a motorbike, whether that's on your own or in a group. And I just love to get out on my own and visit somewhere in the countryside and just explore, stop off somewhere, look at some cows or horse, whatever it might be. It's just lovely to do that, I find. For some people, it's all about going to a bike meet and being with as many like-minded people as possible. Whatever it is, having a motorbike just gives you that opportunity. So mental health is a big, big thing that is improved by having a motorcycle. It doesn't matter whether you're riding a long way or a short distance. It's still really good just to get out on your bike for an hour or a day, and that is a fabulous thing. I went for a ride the other day for a couple of hours, exploring some places and enjoying the view and the scenery. At one point I was overtaken by 3 guys on sports bikes and they went past me like boom, boom, boom. And for them, their enjoyment was all about going as fast as they can and opening up that bike and accelerating, taking the corners really fast. Yet I was pootling along at the time, just enjoying the scenery. But both of us, all of us, were enjoying our motorcycles in our own way. And that's the beauty of it, isn't it? It doesn't matter what sort of bike you've got and what style of rider you are, just having a motorbike is just a wonderful thing. I remember looking back to when I was 16 and I got my first road legal motorbike, a Yamaha DT50. That sense of freedom that I first got was just tremendous. To be able to go where you want, when you want, is brilliant. It's not fast, but it's free. I used to commute to London on it. You could park for free, and it's just brilliant. So motorcycling does give you that experience that nothing else gives you. As you increase your speed above 60 miles per hour on a motorcycle, the wind plays a major role in the experience. At 100 miles an hour, it's trying to blow you off the back of the bike. But for me, it's not about the speed, it's about the character of the ride. And that's why I've chosen a bike like this. It's all about character. This bike is fun even sitting at the traffic lights on tickover because it shakes and moves. It's like a living beast underneath you. It's just like sitting on a crazy horse. And you can feel that torque, and that is just a lovely feeling. So it depends on the bike you have and the sort of person you are as to the experiences you're trying to get out of your motorbike. But as I've said previously, the character of the bike, the style, the looks, the lifestyle that goes with it is all a big part of the riding experience of having a motorcycle. When I was in my 30s, I got a motocross bike and I loved that feeling of flying through the air over a jump. When you're learning to ride, you're crashing and bashing into everything and it's really difficult. But once you get good enough and you know the speed to take off at, you can pick your landing. And when you do a double jump and land on the down ramp smoothly, it's just a great feeling. So there's so many ways to enjoy a motorcycle on and off road, and I recommend it to anybody. So that's why I ride a motorcycle. Let me know in the comments below why you ride a motorcycle, and if you haven't started to ride, maybe it's time you did.